Hey gamers, welcome back to another DSP style video. That's right, I do want to talk about the Asmon Gold fall off. Is it over? Will he crash out? What's the deal? Because I do think in any practical sense, it is over. Like, I don't think it's going to be getting any more growth from the Asmon audience. I think whatever opportunity he had has long since expired. There may be some Asmon viewers left over, but these are not meaningful viewers in the sense that they're not going to be contributing like a lot of money to him. Like they may support him in other streams here and there. They may gift a membership, gift a sub, or member, or just become a member or become a sub kind of thing. Like these aren't going to be people that are going to be like exploding in support. Because if you look at the first week, when he's given the spotlight, he really did fumble it, right? Because he didn't do anything for them. He dangled Clear Obscure over their heads saying, guys, I will play this, not right now, but I will later. And it's like, that's not meaningful. Like, you have this audience right now. Why don't you just play the third act right now to retain the audience? Like, on one hand, it's like you could argue, well, he's just showing them like the kind of content that he's been making and trying to get them to like him for what he's doing now, whatever. And that's fine. But he also liked Clear Obscure. And that was a thing that was like relevant. Like it would have been more like meaningful for these people to watch and play this game then and there while playing the other games. Like it's not like I'm saying that DSP should change his whole persona immediately, but he's not capable of doing that. Like if he does something, he puts on a mask all the time. That's why he stopped begging for the first week and all this stuff. But you get these snide little like threats almost. I mean, these are unintentional threats, I'd argue, but uh he keeps telling them, well, if the support keeps up, guys, I won't have to beg. Look, I'm not begging because of the support, guys. And I have said this at the beginning. It's gonna be very funny to see him try to work back to have goals or to beg because we already have him starting to beg again. The little gateway drug we got was when he started to beg for engagement, such as likes, comments, like that kind of stuff. That is basically the gateway drug to go back to begging, which he has, and it's very funny, right? So as I said, the first week he kind of fumbled and meandered because he kept giving them hope and promise that I will do this thing, just not right now. And I think in my mind, the only reason why DSP was doing that was he wants to drag out these viewers as long as possible because he thinks if he promises that he will stream play this game at a later date, these people are gonna stick around. That's not how that works anymore. Like that may work on TV to kind of keep people to tune in and watch the next episode, but that's not how streaming works. And I do think to some degree he runs his streams like a TV studio runs TV. And these are not equivocal. Like these are not the same kind of platforms. A TV show is not the same as a dude running a stream. He's not Vince Gilligan making a TV show. You're running a stream, my guy. The audience is very fickle and they'll move immediately. Like you have to like do stuff now. You have to play the Clear Obscure then and there, not tell them come back later in the next episode of DSP Gaming. Like that's not how this works. So he didn't play Clear Obscure at all throughout this week. He just took their money and just tried to like dangle a carrot in front of them. And they're not gonna care. They've already because first off, they've already seen the game. Secondly, what he's proposing to do is side missions, side content of Clear Obscure. He's not like he already beat the game. He already saw the ending. So what he's telling them to do is like, I'll go back and do the side missions. I've never heard anyone, when they talk about Clear Obscure, talk about the side missions as much as DSP. I have heard people talk about the characters, the ending, all this stuff. nobody has talked as much about the side missions as DSP has. So I think it's kind of crazy to kind of like hype up doing side missions in Clear Obscure. Like, it's not like you get like a special super secret ending by doing them. At least I don't think you do. I didn't do the side mission, so I wouldn't know. But I don't think there is some super secret like ending. It's not like you play Hades or Hades 2. There's like a secret epilogue if you do like the fated lists missions or whatever, and you do all this other secret stuff and you get more story elaboration. It's not like that at all. Clear Obscure tells you a direct ending, and the side missions are just side missions. So I think it's kind of silly that he hyped up doing side missions, let alone to dangle that for weeks and weeks and weeks, because he didn't play it the week of. He didn't play it the following week. He's waiting until after the Game Awards, which, in my opinion, it shows that he's more thirsty for the Game Awards buzz to play this game than the Asmon bump. Because if you look back last year, he had no interest in playing Balatro. It wins Game of the Year, and lo and behold, what's he doing the following week? He was playing Balatro. Isn't it funny? He is playing Expedition 33 a week after the Game Awards. Isn't that kind of funny? Because it's very obvious that Clear Obscure is gonna basically sweep the awards. Like, it's gonna win every single fucking category it's nominated in. Like, it may lose one, but it's definitely gonna win Game of the Year. Definitely. Like, that's a lock. So obviously, he is waiting for that so he can ride the trends. Because he knows that if it wins Game of the Year, the Game Awards, it's gonna have like Twitter trending, YouTube trending, whatever. He wants to ride that wave more so than the Asmon wave, because here's the thing: he wanted to balance both the Asmon crowd and his crowd. Thus, the concession is playing Megabonk and Arc Raiders. That is the concession he did. Now, he had people in his own community ask for Arc Raiders, so he already had a viewer base interested in playing that game. But in his mind, that he's playing Arc Raiders and Megabonk, he's kind of keeping the Yasmin crowd like satiated until he gets into Clear Obscure. And he thinks the moment that is done, I think this is when we're gonna see not necessarily the crash out of like he's gonna be yelling at people and losing his mind, but I think since he has to be perceiving this at this point, that the trolls are waiting for him to like freak out about the Asmon viewers leaving. I think what we're gonna be hit with after he finishes Clear Obscure, he is gonna say, guys, we know it's temporary. We know it's not gonna stick around forever. Like, that's what I think is gonna hit us with. And I think that's very silly. That is a very silly thing for anyone to say, because if you really like look at it, right? You're running a stream. You always want to grow your audience and get more people like invested in what you're making or what you're putting out. To just see this new wave of attention and say, this is temporary, these people are gonna leave. It's like you have no ambition or interest in retaining these people to keep coming back. Like, you're not gonna want to put the effort to do that. And I'm not saying that DSP has to do react content or drama content or political content, but go back to what PPP told him at the end of the Kino arc, right? He was upset that he did the Three Roads podcast, the Three Roads like thing where he doubled down on doing the same content he was doing before. And he said, we gave you a new audience and you didn't even like seize the opportunity to grow your content at all. And of course, DSP took it as, they want me to do drama content. I didn't want to do drama content. But that's not even what PPP said at that point. Because you could even argue that he didn't grow his content in any meaningful way. And it's so true here. He gets a new audience with Asmongold viewers, and he doesn't try to find a way to please his old audience and his new audience. He just did the stuff he was already going to be doing and expects the Asmongold audience to kind of like tune into that. Which, is fine, but I do think that he could have used his opportunity to experiment more with the Level 1 podcast. Because what does he do on that podcast right now, right? Scheduling. Uh any like updates on the business, like what we're doing today or whatever the fuck. He recaps what he did yesterday. Shout outs and maybe gamer news. Now, he used to do DSP news segments somewhat regularly. He would actually look for gaming news. He has kind of stopped doing that unless it's forced upon him, such as Twitter trends. But why doesn't he try to do something else with the Level 1 podcast? Why doesn't he try, like, earlier this year, like around June, July, or whatever, he was talking about doing a variety show. He was talking about doing a variety show. What happened to that? Where's the variety show? And it went nowhere. It ultimately went nowhere. And I don't think it would have been a good show anyway, because DSP does not have any creativity when it comes to his own content. So there was no way he was going to expand his audience or expand his content when he got this new wave of Asmon viewers, because he fails at every step of the way. It's like a tale as old as time. You go back to KO Gaming. He got one video, they got 1 million views. What did he do? Go on vacation. And after that, he just tried to mimic or to do the same content over and over and over. Like, this isn't gonna, like, land anymore. Like, you can't just do interviews and expect to get the same result. Like, he did these interviews so many times. He did it with Wings. Then he did it with Asmongold. Now, of course, Asmongold is a bigger viewer base, so it was seen with a little bit more success. But it was already diminishing. So what's he gonna do next year? Another interview? It's gonna be the same thing again. It's gonna diminish within a week, and it's gonna go nowhere. Like, this is why I think that it's basically over. He has done nothing to retain these meaningful viewers or any sense of growth for his channel. He didn't really change. It was just an act. He just put on a mask, and he was willing to not beg because he made a lot of money. The money started to slow down the following week, and we started seeing a rise. And if you like the content, hit the like button, make a comment, whatever. And again, these are gateway begs to the bigger begs. And then the week after that, we got back to momentum. Guys, if you want to see action games succeed, please support the stream. Like, we start seeing that shit again, because the Asmon bump is over in any meaningful way, and we're back to begging. And again, he didn't see a problem with his begging. The other day, he was bragging how he was so happy he didn't have to be a carnival barker to get people to hit the goal. And I'm sitting there thinking, my guy, you begged to do this. Go back to that one clip. I think Hate Army and Snort Hogan have this clip, but there's a Stardew Valley clip where DSP begged his audience, guys, I wish I could do the shill segments that PPP does, because he's joking, but if I do that, then the trolls are gonna say that I'm begging. And then the next day, DSP started doing that. Like, everyone was saying, oh yeah, he got this from PPP, he wanted to do this. Like, he doubled down so many times, saying that it was just a joke, dude, and all this other stuff, to then say, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to beg. And as I said all this time, it is painfully obvious that the $150 goal was bullshit. All these goals are bullshit. Go back to the fucking cat reveal goal. It was $1,000. And he told us on the day of that marathon event, this was a calculated number. I looked at my finances, guys, and I calculated this is how much I need to get by, or whatever the fuck he told us. But he said it was a calculated number. He goes on the quartering and tells them, yeah, you know what, I made up a number. I was like, I'm never gonna make $1,000 on a stream, so I just put that out there. And anyone else with a fucking brain would immediately notice some ethical concerns with it, right? So At this time in DSP's career, he was telling people, please support the streams. I need to pay for groceries, pay the bills. Like, he was kind of laying it down that the money that you support him goes to like things he needs, right? So it's very easy for people to see a $1,000 goal and say, "Damn, I should support Phil because he needs that $1,000." To then tell someone else, like, luckily for him, a month away from that event, to then say, I just made up a number. It's like, that is so blatantly scammy. Like, that's a scam. But of course, his viewer base doesn't care, and Disney takes that for granted like nobody else. So obviously these goals are all bullshit. Again, he considered tips only $50 a stream to be a successful stream. $50 just in tips. And you go there today, and I mean, even a month ago, he was telling people, oh, $150 is a stream that I need. Like, it's a goal and this, that. But even during that time, he was saying that he was good financially. He never needed to beg. He never needed the goal and all this stuff. Admin Gold was just the excuse to drop the goal and all this stuff, because fuck doing what your fans want. Because I think in deep down in DSP's little piggy brain that he thinks only the trolls were asking him to stop having goals and stop begging, even though these are actually not bad suggestions. Again, nobody is saying that DSP needs to stop saying, guys, we want to support the stream, like, super chat, send some kicks, become a member, become a kick sub, support the stream, guys. That is fine to say in a vacuum, right? You can say this like once a stream, whatever. But DSP does it in such ridiculous ways, it kind of pushes the bounds of charitability when it comes to the viewer experience. Like, I go to a Mega 64 podcast. I know, guys, my favorite content creator ever, right? And I don't have to sit through them telling me every day how to support them. Like, they have plugs. They told me about what they tell me. They tell people on their podcast that they have a merch store and this and that, but they sell you merch. They have all these other financial responsibilities and all this other stuff about that. So, like, there's a little bit more of a reason. But even then, even when they're trying to sell you merch, it is way shorter and like quick than listening to DSP tell you how to support him. And DSP gives you no product at all when you give him any financial support. It is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So you see all this over the Asmon crowd, and you think they're gonna stick around? Fuck no. So it wouldn't surprise me if he plays Clear Obscure and either the whales come by and they support him and he's gonna conflate that with the Asmon crowd, or maybe the Asmon crowd will show up again to see him play this game, but it's also gonna be riding off of the high of the Game Awards. Because again, he feels more safer wagering these three potential audiences, because before it was just Asmon's and his audience. That's the two audiences he had when he had the Asmon bump. He wasn't willing to risk that. Think Baldur's Gate 3, right? That had a very strong supportive base that came by to watch him play Baldur's Gate 3, but it turned away his initial audience. So that's two audiences, and he was relying on one audience. And I'm sure he thought if he played Clear Obscure the week of the Asmon interview, it was going to steer away his original audience and only attract the Asmon audience. And then once he stops playing Clear Obscure, the Asmoners are going to leave and he's going to have to rebuild his audience. Because DSP just simply has zero faith that his own audience has the brain capacity to show up if a game they don't like is finished. Like, he really thinks that these people are so disloyal that they wouldn't show up again, because he doesn't think that they're bright. There's so many clips back in the day where DSP openly says he thinks the common YouTube viewer is a fucking idiot. And that's how he views his audience. Why do you think that he has to explain what produce is to them? He even had to explain what a revolving door is. A revolving door. The meaning is in the name. So clearly he has no faith in his own audience that they'd show up at all. So he didn't want to wager that. But if he waits for like right after the Game Awards, he'll get the Asmoners, whatever people in his own community that will tune in, and the normies who go by trends. And we'll see that the Game Awards are causing Clear Obscure to trend. That's what he's banking on when it comes to playing Clear Obscure. It has nothing to do with the Asmon audience at this point, in my opinion. And to a degree, there was a podcast I think the other day where he kind of had a little less optimism playing Clear Obscure. He said it was an experiment. He has acknowledged that there has been a drop off in Asmon viewers because he's bleeding these viewers away. Because I don't think Megabonk and Arc Raiders are as big of a game that these people really care about. And even then, do these people even care that much about games? They've already seen Clear Obscure. They've already seen Arc Raiders. Like, what does he offer to the table? He has a playlist of Clear Obscure already. It's way too late. And you're gonna entice them with doing side content? Like, you know, like side content is kind of stuff that you add to the main story, to the main playthrough, to make it seem like a journey or whatever the fuck, right? You don't do the side content right after unless you really love the game or anything. But DSP waited this long and has been so like cautious into playing it, it doesn't even seem like he cares. For a dude who loves Clear Obscure, he doesn't seem he wants to even play it. He's so willing to drop it if he's given a reason. So all this stuff he has done with the Asmon bump has been nothing. And the crash out we're going to be getting is just going to be assuring us that he knew it was fate, that it was temporary. And that kind of shows you how little he cares about these opportunities that's been given to him. And this has happened forever. Even the perceived bump he got back when he was on Twitch when the Pro Jared thing happened, DSP perceived that as new eyes on him. Like this is like sick and twisted. You go to because now I'm the kind of thing in a bigger perspective. It truly is delusional. It genuinely is, because if you go back to that debunking stream, this is how insane it is. Think about it, right? The only reason people brought DSP up was because he May 1sted, the May 1st burst. That's his legacy, and that's still his legacy. They brought him up because he made a tweet saying, wow, like he said some like bullshit that was like, he kind of threw Pro Jared's like comment back at him and doubled down on the May 1st because he can make him look better with that, all this stuff. And big content creators were like, wow, Phil owned him, even though like these are nothing shout outs and ultimately mean nothing. It wasn't like anyone was directing anybody to check him out. Like that's kind of like the this was like level 1 delusional what's the word? Would it be love bombing? I don't know. Toxic positivity? I don't, like, whatever Kino Casino did, this was level 1 of that. Because people were like glazing the fuck out of DSP just on the basic idea that Pro Jared was being canceled for like making inappropriate comments, doing like weird shit, all that kind of stuff during that, and DSP of all people were like dunking on him, and he did the May 1st burst. Like, that's what was going on at the time. He goes on his Twitch stream and was like, guys, since now the internet's finally looked at me and has an eye on me, I think it's time for me to debunk the myths. And he goes through a laundry list and he says, nuh-uh, didn't happen. No, see, I'm cool, guys. And then after that, he started doing a little victory dance. about how the trolls are felted and they have to like rebuild their whole case now because they're eating crow. Now they have to start from zero again because he successfully explained away all of the drama that was surrounding him. Then the next step of that, I don't know if there's anything between that and the side scrolls. Well, I guess the quartering happened, the vestry happened. But that's like entitlement building. But that happened too. Then you get to the side scrollers, and this you could tell he was trying to make it like what he got from the Asmongold shit. He was trying to get the side scrollers to like be like, wow, actually Phil's a pretty cool guy. So we can get another like, guys, see, now the trolls have to rebuild their case again. I'm popular again. I'm back. He wanted that segment so bad, and they denied him because they just didn't believe him. And then he got out of the Kino Casino, he got out of doing the King, and that was like the most like lengthy delusional build-up I have seen that was successful in the grand scheme of things. Out of all the things in his career, from the massive debunk stream he did on Twitch to the side scrollers to the Kino arc, the Kino arc was the most successful delusional I'm back arcs I've ever seen. Because this is even more delusional and it's far more sad because he has done nothing to keep these people from not leaving. And it's generally insane to see him gonna slowly start to cope that he knew that this was temporary. So you had no initiative, that you saw this new base watching you, no initiative to kind of keep them coming back, right? Like this has happened even on a smaller scale. A dude who had a bigger viewer count on Twitch rated DSP's stream. Did DSP stay extra for him? No. He ended the stream and told the people, there's things more important than money. Which is kind of like a very funny thing to say. I didn't think about this at the time, but think about it. Rating is free. It's a free thing, and these people are just gonna watch content. And he doesn't tell them like anything else other than there's more important things than money. He got this huge viewer base, and the first thought, money. 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 He does the Asmongold interview. He gets a bunch of money and then starts doing a little victory dance, and then he's back to begging and then says that I'm glad I don't have the goal again. Right. So you never needed the goal in the first place then. So then why did you have it? Why were you like so insistent that you needed the goal when he downplays the fuck out of him having it? He says he was being a carnival barker. Why were you doing that, Phil? Like, nothing makes sense. And even then, right, the remaining Asmon viewers, I have to imagine these gotta be the most like dented of Asmongold viewers. Like, again, DSP has the knack of weeding out actual viewers that have a critical thinking style brain. If you have a critical thought in your head, you're already weeded out of his community. You're gone. But he gets to retain the people who don't think and they have bad habits, such as forming addictions of giving DSP money. So that's what's probably might be going on at this point, where he's only retaining the Asmongold viewers that have no critical thought in their head, because they watch Asmongold make fun of Phil for begging, and now they're watching him beg again. We are even getting segments in the begs where he has to get ahead of the trolling and try to get them to stop thinking of it. It's like, I'm not begging, guys, okay? I'm just telling you that I'm noticing, okay? I'm very thankful. This isn't me begging. This is me doing this. Like, he's already doing damage control for these new people because he knows how this sounds. And he's saying, I'm being very transparent, guys, and my trolls hate that I'm being transparent. And it's like, you're not being transparent. We can see the amount of money you're making, dumb fuck. You're technically already being transparent. But you telling them to step up and keep the momentum going is just kind of ridiculous. And even let's even go with the narrative that this isn't begging. It's still pretty aggressive. Like, it's still aggressive marketing. If you don't want to call it begging, we'll do what DSP does all the time and semantic the fuck out of him. It's aggressive marketing. It's aggressive supporting. It's aggressive transparency. It's aggressive honesty. That it's like, it gets in the way of the entertainment. It just simply gets in the way. The fact that he had to stop what he was doing in Arc Raiders to then look at the camera and explain to us that he was just being transparent and explaining the situation says everything you need to know about it. So yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it's over. It has never been more over than it has been. But I have another leg of this video I want to do. So let's get into it. And that next leg is the wing shit. Yeah, I'm adding stuff to this video. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I have all of the chat recaps here, but I will just go over what I can find on Meerkat's Twitter. Meerkat did go over it on his stream, so you can always watch his stream if you want to like get the actual chronology. All right, let's go. Let's fucking get right into it. So he shows up. Is there a fraction of a chance we can get Jordy to stop playing this? Oh my god. Stop playing this game and talk to me for a few minutes once it ends? Publicly or privately? I just like a real answer. Okay. This is something that DSP like hated Keemstar for doing. Like he banned, I think. I don't know if he whatever. He banned Keemstar in his chat when Keemstar was like harassing him to pick up his phone to talk about Lolcow Live. Again, I'm gonna just bring this up for about that because I love bringing it up. He was never gonna do it. He was never gonna do Lolcow Live. He didn't care. Why didn't DSP just say no? Of course he wouldn't. He loved seeing Keem do a little dance for him. It was just, he was getting off on the attention. That's all it was. Because this dude's a fucking attention whore. And this is even before the Kino arc. That's like the only the one thing that's really funny to me. Like, PPP really, in reality, did not need to try hard at all to get DSP to like do whatever you wanted, right? Because DSP loves attention. But anyways, that's where it began. He wants to get Jory's attention because he wants to ask him about the interview. Again, I thought this is not how you contact people, but I mean, I could say, to be fair, that, you know, what do you do about a guy that openly says, I don't respond to DMs, right? Like, I mean, at that point, like, any normal person would just move on and just not care, because, yeah, if you're not gonna respond to DMs, like, what can you do? He doesn't respond to DMs, he doesn't respond to emails, like, it's just not worth it. But DSP is a little special. A little special. So let's go to this. So he got banned. There was a super chat as well. Again, this is going out a little out of order, I guess, but he gets timed out. He comes back under Dispa Gaming. Chat is dead, and it's not my fault. Good luck. I hope Jordy responds privately because I'm done here. This is really fucked up. Like, dude, he gets mad when trolls say his chat's dead. Because he's like, oh, what do they know? Oh my god. You know, whatever the fuck. And he's going to another streamer's chat to say that their chat is dead. Cool. Okay, this is very funny. If you bots coddle this guy instead of helping him, he will never improve or grow. Good luck, because it seems Jordy has surrounded himself with the wrong people and has grown too comfortable. This is super duper, like, Insane. And I'm gonna be like toxic on DSP. It shows that DSP has such strong dependence on his own community and his own mods that he thinks it is that if your mods are not actively helping you out, these are not good mods. Dude, all a mod is meant to do is moderate the chat and make sure the chat is like a reasonable like thing. I mean, mods may go out of their way and like help their content creator or whatever the fuck, but that's like on them to do. Like whatever. And who is DSP to say that these mods aren't helping them? He isn't a regular viewer. And how would he know? How would he know that these mods aren't helping him? He's watching fucking Wings Attractor videos, and even though, let's take this aside. Let's ignore that reality and imagine DSP watching actual Wings raw. He's going to Wings' content raw, guys. You think you're gonna know that the dynamic of his mods and Wings? How can you know that? I go to a fucking Tevin stream, I go to all the other streams. Do I fucking know how any of these people talk to amongst their mods or whatever the fuck? I don't think about it because I'm not there for that. I'm there just to watch content, dude. And I'm watching a stream, I'm just like, oh, I'm just shooting the shit. I'm not sitting there like, okay, are these people friends? I gotta look at the dynamic. Are these people helping? Like, this is really like, I don't know the word for it, but this is just not good behavior to have, and I think it's kind of like mentally ill to just go to someone else's chat and nonchalantly criticize how the mods interact with the streamer. Like, I kind of feel if anyone were to do this, they'd just be banned. They would just be banned. If they're acting this way, like, it's one thing to, like, maybe talk to the mods and have and shoot the shit, but this is outright criticizing them and telling them that they are coddling the streamer, which is insane, especially coming from this guy who has entire mods coddle the fuck out of him. Dude, like Darziak was doing so much fucking work for this guy, to the point where Darzik got fucking blasted again for still doing work for him. Duncan Darziak, whatever you want to call this fucking guy, is a flying monkey dragon who goes around to tell DSP what trolls are doing. That's not coddling you? Oh, it's just helping be aware. I get it. Because I guess the idea might be that Wings' mods may not be making Wings aware of troll content, I guess, right? And that's coddling. No, it's not. And even then, like, he calls his own mods trolls and all this other shit. Like, it's kind of insane. He accuses his mods of leading Wings on into saying that Cat left Phil all the time. He says that is what's going on. Where's the proof of that, buddy? That's a big, bold claim he's making about something he doesn't even know happened. Alright. So, he's going to this dude, just criticizing the mods. And the mods are just doing their job or whatever the fuck. But he has mods that, like, also lead him astray too. He has modded trolls in the past. Not once, like 5 times. And people who has modded became trolls. Like, what are you talking about? And when is it the mod's responsibility to improve the streamer's stream? Why should the mod care about the streamer not willing to grow or improve? That is on the streamer. The streamer should be the one going out there and fucking trying to grow his community. the mods are not fucking agents. They're not talent agencies. Like, he is kind of talking about these mods as if they're talent agencies. And that's not what they are. And this is also coming from the guy that tells you that he just wants to sit there and play games. DSP is the #1 guy that wants to be complacent with what he's doing. There's literal clips of him saying that he's complacent with where he is. And he's saying that Wings should not be complacent. I love this idea that DSP gets an ounce of growth, and that already diminished, by the way, from Asmongold, and he is the expert, the fucking expert in growing his community, and that everyone should grow their community, everyone should reach out, everyone should do this. But when people tell him the same thing now, he says, I'm complacent where I am. I'm happy where I am. But if Wing says that, that's wrong. Wing should not be comfortable where he is. He should grow more. Why? What if he's happy with where he is? This dude had a conspiracy theory that Wings didn't want to do the interview with him because he's afraid of all the new eyes that DSP got from the Asmon interview. My guy, he was on Lolcow Live with Keemstar. I don't think he's nervous about any new attention he's gonna get. I just think he doesn't care. He just wants to do his own streams and be left alone. That, I think that's very clear. The thing is, with DSP, he thinks that, again, streaming is like the television industry. He thinks it's equivalent. It's not. You're just dudes on a microphone, just talking to the void. Like, if nobody wants to do something, they're not gonna care. You're not a fucking celebrity. What's your net worth, Phil? What's your net worth? Billions? Like, you're nothing. You're nothing. Like everyone else on this fucking earth. Then he says, there's a reason the CG... What? There's a reason the CG... Oh, okay. I guess that maybe that's a typo or something else. Whatever. I've DM'd Jordy. I am not going to do the DSP voice. It's hurting me, dude. I've DM'd Jordy over this. Hopefully, he'll get what I'm saying. You can't ban or time out people who aren't trolls unless you actually want to stifle the creator. I help my own mods out with this. Okay, this is hilarious. Hilarious. First off, how would DSP know how they, oh my god. How they classify what is trolling, right? How does he know what they classify as trolling? Like, first off, it's not even, okay. I'm going all over the place with this. It's, people can be banned and they're not trolling. You wanna know why? Because if someone's in your fucking chat causing nonsense like this, you will be banned. Nobody else would have this in their chat, Phil. People don't get banned for just simply being trolls. And he would know this if he actually moderated a chat before. He doesn't moderate correctly at all. His chat has no solid moderation rules. A mod will ban someone that they can think is not like appropriate to have in their chat, and DSP will just outright unban that person. And say to the mod, don't ban him. He's a contributor. Like, you could also bring up the idea that it's not leaning into the trolling and lolcow, because the dude he unbanned that was a contributor was making fun of him. But it's okay, he's a contributor. Isn't that what he dunked on Wings for doing? But he's doing the same thing. But even then, if he knew how to mod, he would understand nobody wants a chatter to sit there and be like, yeah, I think the mods are not doing a good job. Like, if I go to anyone's stream chat and I start shitting on the mods, you think I'm gonna have a good, healthy future in that stream chat? No, I'd be banned. Like, he thinks that you only ban trolls. You ban people who you don't want in your chat that's creating a distraction. They're having their own stream chat, and you have a fucking dude show up. Talk to me. Why are you talk? Okay, Mods, you are not helping the streamer right now, okay? You're coddling him and you're diminishing his growth. You think you're gonna stick around in anyone's chat acting that way? You know, I think I'm gonna do a little experiment. I'm gonna go to someone else's chat, a dude I'm not gonna ever follow, and I'm gonna start shitting on the mods. And I'm gonna tell you how long I live in that chat. I guarantee it won't be long, because nobody would want that. It will either be, if I do live long enough, it'll either be just because they just haven't seen my chat posts, simply put, or maybe there'll be a follower only mode and I'm not doing that. But like, what do you think is gonna happen? And I like that he says that this isn't like, you can't ban trolls, but you can ban people who are being obnoxious, dude. You bots do realize that nobody can contribute even when you time them out, and that's my DSP Reacts channel is still timed out and can't tack. Okay, this is very silly, because it does show that DSP knows he could ban people who give him a lot of money that break the rules, but he says, well, they give me money, what can I do? Why don't you ban them? Right? Like, whatever. Then we get to the next post. Okay, this was the super chat he gave. I do message you privately and you don't respond. Enough with the excuses. I don't want you to be trolled. But you need to treat others with respect when they treat you well. Let's go and get this next appearance lacked. Okay. Man, I could probably do multiple videos on these, because this is like insane chat posts from this guy. I'm telling you, there's a degree of entertainment I've been getting when DSP is in anyone's stream chat, because he's a different person completely versus how he talks, because this guy's a fucking bitch. He is a bitch. Because get a load of this, guys. He tells trolls that they are cowards behind a keyboard. They have anonymity, so they're more willing to be negative, etc., etc., etc. What do you call this? It's very clear he would never say this directly, but since he's in chat, he's willing to say this. It's insane. And I like the low-key thread he gave for some random reason. I don't want you to be trolled, but you need, like, dude, you're talking to Wings of Redemption. He has already been trolled. I love that DSP is acting as if, like, he's gonna unleash a level of trolling that Wings has never seen before. My guy, you have watched documentaries and videos of the extent that trolls have gone to fuck with Wings' life. And he's sitting there, it's like, I don't want to be trolled. Like, dude, he's already being trolled, dumb fuck. And again, we get my favorite thing that this dude does all the time. Dangling over your fucking head. I was nice to you. Why are you nice to me? So it's so childish. It's so obvious he's only nice to people to get something out of people, which just cancels out the niceness. Nice people don't do this. Like, come on. And then, let's see. Is there a fraction of a chance the majority can stop? Okay. And it says, not sure if I made the right call. I don't dislike DSP at all, but I timed him out because he was just too much. Yeah! Yeah! And I love that DSP said that you can't ban me for not trolling. No! This is why people would ban someone like DSP. If you're too much, like, that's why people like Derek, Kirk, Ava Cowboy. These people would be banned, or at least, at the very least, would get a talking to. Like, they would just maybe be told, "Hey, chill out, calm down." But but they'd either be timed out or banned. But DSP doesn't understand that and lets these ghouls in his little chat to just constantly fucking flood the chat because it's engagement. It feeds his ego. This dude is a child. He runs his stream like a child. When you stream for the first time ever and you have 0 people in chat, you're gonna be like, oh my god, should I keep streaming? I don't know. But you start getting people to show up, you're gonna be like, wow, look at all the I'm so popular. That's DSP. That's the guy. You do realize I'm still timed out on my I every time I see DSP reacts, I want to say detractor channel. I keep on saying, you do realize I'm still timed out on my detractor channel for no reason, but it's DSP reacts channel for no reason. As I said, as I was asking, what's the dono goal? What? Oh my god. This fake curiosity. What's the donkey goal was so I could send it. What? I already sent $25 and offered to hit the goal. This, oh my god, dude, he is a fucking simp! Phil is a simp! He's a simp! He's a simp! This is simp behavior. This is literal simp behavior. He is simp for wings. DSP, you're married. Wings is married. Why are you simping for Wings? This is like what sort of going like a fucking like Trinity streamers chat like I want to hit the goal. Oh, what's the donut go for? May I ask, milady? That's what DSP is doing. But he's saying like, I want to hit the goal. He wants to be a whale for Wings. It tells you, why there is a predisposition to give whales more attention. Why else do you think Iron Cook Sakai has the easiest barrier to get back into the community? He was never truly banned. DSP was pretending. It's very easy to ban and act like a tough guy, but when the dude throws you money, I don't know who this is. Who could organic robust support be? I don't know who this is. It could be anyone. And here we go, right? And then when organic crash out is gonna happen, when that guy crashes out again and says, "I'm gonna make Phil play Dildo Simulator," DSP's gonna ban him again. Then he's gonna show up with another clown name, and DSP will do the whole cycle again. Because these two people are fucking bitches that love sucking each other off. But whatever. So we can talk about why he won't answer me about my podcast. The red face timed me out, and it's still timed out on that account, so I swapped. Oh, so you're ban evading. Huh, interesting. Untime out my DSP Reacts channel because that one has YouTube Premium and Jordy gets paid for it. Thanks. Wait a minute, Phil. Wait a minute. Hold the phone, my guy. Are you implying that you're using ad blocker on your DSP gaming account? Now, wait a minute, buddy. Wait a minute. That's fucked up. I love he tells people to subscribe to YouTube Premium all day every day, but will just use ad blocker on his gaming channel. Why do you watch the ads, Phil? Why do you watch the ads? Why don't you support Wings? Bleh. And again, I love that like he is saying this like so Jordy gets paid for it. I just love how much money like rules DSP's fucking brain. So he's telling a mod to unban his other account that was banned because like this account should be banned too, honestly. But uh it was the right call. It was the right call to ban him because he was like layering all the shit in his chat, shitting on the mods, being like a fucking nuisance. Like this would make a chat revolt against him. Like if he wasn't such a like if this was anyone else, like if I went to anyone's chat and I typed like this, the streamer, the mods, and the other regulars will fucking body me. Like they will literally turn against me so fast if I acted like this. And he's sitting there saying, "You should unban me because he gets support and Jordy gets paid for it." So, but that's not like that's. There's more to a community. Like, oh my god, I really don't know how to like where to begin with this because when you're having a stream chat, it what is more important? The people who are supporting or everyone's enjoyment of the stream? It's very obvious if you want to run a successful stream, it should be the enjoyment of the stream and the stream chat. If you start favoriting people's supports, people who support, you're creating a boys club. You're creating an environment where you should favor people giving you money and not the overall enjoyment. This is also yet again another example of if this happened, like let's say he watches a show on Netflix and Netflix has an I don't know how to describe it. Okay, it's like a sandwich shop, right? And DSP wants to buy a sandwich, or he's thinking about buying a sandwich. So he goes in and he's thinking, he's looking at the menu, but there's all these people who want to buy a sandwich. Do you and the sandwich shop is like, okay, Phil, leave the fuck out of my store. Never come back. You're banned. You're not giving me money. Get out of here. You think these are gonna enjoy that sandwich shop and is gonna praise the sandwich shop for being so accommodating? Fuck no. But here's the thing: you're going to a stream chat and you're just putting a lot of like this demands and shitting on mods in a stream chat that nobody cares about. And then you tell the mod, well, I am trying to support Jordy. He gets paid for it, so one time my other account. Like, no. No, eat it, Phil. Like, there's more to life than money, right? And again, like, this is he's kind of also, in a way, putting down Wings' other audience. He thinks nobody supports Wings. Like, that's kind of how he's kind of insinuates when he says shit like this. He's acting as if, like, Wings doesn't make enough off his own fucking viewer base. How rude do you have to be to do that? You go to another dude's stream and you perceive that he's failing. Come on. Like, everyone in some degree has found their own successful audience. Like that are willing to support them. And DSP's insinuating with this that Wings has nobody that supports him. If that's the case, why isn't he homeless then, Phil? Oh my god, this dude is insane. How long did he time me out for? They time me out for trying to talk to you and donate. Phil, there's other ways you can donate to Wings, dumb fuck. Why don't you tip? And he could super chat with DSP Gaming. He could send him money with DSP Gaming. Why does he become a fucking member with DSP Gaming? Okay, Wings, read your DMs, but this won't be great. I hope you'll respond. Good night. Like, what a little bitch. What a little bitch baby. Like, this is not good behavior to have. Oh, okay, that's the Tom and Renton. Is there anything else? Let's see. Okay, I think that's it. I guess the good night is when you know he's done. But there's more. Let's go to the video. Ah, yes.
One final update, all right, in regards to Wings of Redemption, all right? Because people have been asking all week, well, did Wings contact you? Because he said he was going to be on Monday, but then he changed his mind and he You left the door open. I have not heard from Wings all week. Not a peep. Okay? And like I told you guys, I left the door open. I told him whenever he's ready to come on the show, open door policy, he can come on the show.
Now, get a load of this, right? Wings doesn't. Okay. No, let's. I'm just gonna be mean about this. There have been so many times, where DSP's dumb fuck fans email this fucker, and then come to the stream. Phil, I sent you an email. Why have you responded? And he's like, I probably went to my spam. Send it again. Or he'll say, I haven't gotten time. I don't have time to read it. I am so busy. He does all that every single time. But guess what, gang? He doesn't give Wings the same courtesy. You wanna know why? He has child brain. Since he streams. Like, it's kind of like what people accuse a lot of DSP. And it's like, whatever, right? You watch someone on stream and you think that you know what their personal life is like. Like, oh, well, see, Phil must have no time. He's probably sitting on his ass all day, not doing anything at all. Zero things done. He's just sitting in bed all day eating food. Like, obviously that's not true. But it's like, I could think that because I just see what he does on stream, and I can just assume what he does on stream is what he does in life, and then he's just sitting around all day doing nothing. Because I'm a fucking 12-year-old. DSP has 12-year-old brain, where he just thinks that all Wings does every day because the Detritus channel says so, and all those other preconceived notions that anyone can have, and still be wrong, mind you. They will just straight up think that all Wings does is sleep and eat and stream. I mean, like, how would anyone know what goes on in Wings' house? Right? Maybe they're fucking. Maybe Wings and Kelly are fucking. Maybe they're not. Maybe Wings is reading a lot of books. You don't know. Nobody knows. You only know what either Wings says on in his streams, and even then, how do you know it's true? Isn't he a liar? Right? Like, you don't know what's going on. I mean, people, like, Wings said that he had cows, and I've seen people say that this might be a lie. He may not have cows. Or whatever. Like, nobody knows for sure what's going on. And this is a very, like, dangerous, like, rabbit hole to go down if, like, because nobody should really care in any reasonable way. The most reasonable way you can think of is that Wings is just busy. Maybe he's doing stuff with his wife. Dude, it's the holiday season. Maybe Wings is busy thinking about what to do for Christmas. Or whatever the fuck. You don't know. But every time he has talked about Wings and what Wings does in his off time, it's just, he sleeps all the time. How the fuck do you know? Because Wings says so. How often do you think he sleeps, my guy? Like, yeah, sure, maybe 8 hours a day. Or whatever the fuck. But there's 24 hours in a day. Like, it's just unfair. It's just unfair that this dude will tell you, I'm busy, I do all kinds of things. And yet he does not give that courtesy to anyone at all. Or doesn't even take their life situation, like, in account at all. It's so ridiculous. Oh, I know how to do I. Oh my god.
That's totally up to him. So, all I know is this. Don't ask me why Wings does this stuff. This actually blows my mind.
And then we're going to Conspiracy Town. We're already going to Conspiracy Town. I don't know why Wings does this. I want to make sure, is the YouTube going through with it? It should be. It should be. But, I don't know why he does this. Dude, it's his life. Why are you trying to analyze Wings? Like, I just love that he gets so personal with Wings and Rich. Mostly Wings. Like, it's kind of disgusting. He did this during the Wings documentary and all this because it just shows how, like, I don't even know if it would be considered fat phobic or just concern trolling. I mean, concern trolling I think is more apropos, but it is so specific and generic that he does it exclusively to Wings. He's going through a fucking fat stereotype that that Wings is fat because he's so depressed and he's like a victim all the time. Like he's victimizing Wings in a way, I guess. And it's like, come on. It's like what people do with Christian. Like, there are things that happen in Christian's life that is fucked up and you can feel bad for. But there's also stuff that Christian does that is fucked up too. You can't really sit there and say that they're completely 100% a victim or completely not a victim. Like, these are like fucked up lives. Like, it's a roller coaster ride. And it's like and Wings is kind of the same way. Not exactly, obviously. But there are things you can feel bad for Wings all you want. There's things you can criticize for Wings. Because, dude, people are people. Right? Like, come on. You just judge on what you see and how you feel about things, whatever. And this dude is talking about Wings as if he's some kind of like helpless little baby. Like, go listen to how he talks about how Wings push his wife on the table. It's so fucking insane. Oh, I'm fat. I lose control. I don't know what I'm doing. Whoosh! Like, who the fuck talks? He thinks that just because Wings is obese, he has no control over his body. Like, how does he think people who are fat move? Like, and it wasn't like Wings was like charging down a fucking hill or whatever. It was like a very clear like sequence. Like, the most he could say is that maybe the emotion of the anger got in the way, which again doesn't really excuse Wings because it shows that he doesn't control his anger. Like, there's all these things you can look at it, but it has nothing to do with his weight. But DSP keeps tying it to his weight in weird ways. But he goes through this victim segment of like, well, I don't know why he does this. He keeps doing this. As if ignoring DMs. Like, why was he fucking concern trolling fucking Asmongold? I don't know why Asmongold does this. I sent him a DM and he doesn't respond. Why did he go on fucking Twitter and say, Wings, respond to my DM or you're a bitch forever? Maybe that's gonna get him. Like, why was he such a tough guy to Asmongold, but not Wings? Oh, because if he does that, maybe that's gonna make Wings feel really bad, and it's gonna make him eat more. Like, you don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up.
He revealed on stream yesterday he's been off his meds for weeks.
This is irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. And this is like, I'm gonna be fucking yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. He is weaponizing him not taking his meds, which is kind of fucked up. It is fucked up for this dude to weaponize that when we know that Cat has taken medications. DSP even said, oh, well, Cat has some medical problems. I'm not gonna talk about it, but she, medical things. So was she on her meds or off her meds? It may, you know what, guys? Maybe Kat's not on stream because she's off her meds. Like, listen to yourself, motherfucker. Like, this is stuff you should not be saying. And he's sitting there with his fucking shit-eating grin, saying something that's irrelevant. There's no correlation. You sent a DM. He didn't respond, period. And he has not responded to his DMs in the past. This isn't a new thing that this, like, I also want to bring this up, right? On the fucking interview, the interview that DSP totally cared and paid attention to and wasn't like zoning out and only listening to what he wanted to listen to. No, he actually cares, right? If he did, he would have realized Wings told him directly, I don't respond to my DMs. This motherfucker not only just ignored what Wings told him to his fucking face, directly, mind you, he didn't listen to him. Didn't care at all that Wings openly told him, I don't respond to DMs. Deal with it. He then says, oh, it's because he's off his meds. My guy, he told you why he doesn't respond to your fucking DMs. And this dude is like, I don't know why he does this. He's off his meds. Fuck off. Like this is the kind of shit that makes people like fucking hate this guy. To just dangle over other people's health concerns over it. And then he has the nerve to say, you know what my trolls say about my wife? That she's fat, she has a restraining order, she's fat because of medications or whatever the fuck. All this shit that they'd make fun of her medical history or whatever. Dude, my God, there are so many fucking segments where he doesn't say he's on medication, but you know what he tells us? He has medical appointments, lawyer appointments, and this dude is sitting there saying, yeah, Williams is off his meds. Dude, fuck off. You don't give a shit. He told you why he doesn't respond to your fucking DMs. And he's like, yeah, he's off his meds. This dude is so fucking nasty. And again, why should anyone do business with this guy, right?
Now, first off, why anyone would even know that he's on meds is like beyond me. Like if I had any kind of a medical condition or whatever and I was on medications, I certainly wouldn't be telling that publicly.
He told us he had medical appointments. You know, let's go to Pig Go. Let's do a Pig Go field trip. Medical appointments. Oh, this was in a deleted podcast. Medical appointments, those are important. Let's see, open a new tab. Yeah, I think, it got deleted. Doctor.
Going to doctor's appointments and things like that. All that gets, and then have 2 days, 1 day to. It's not much. It's not that I want a vacation. For me, I would just like to have an extra day a week where I don't have to work. Like if I could have a 5-day work week and then have 2 days, 1 day to go out, do errands, right?
Guess what? He still bitches. He gets 2 days off sometimes, and he still bitches about it. Like, shut up. And oh my God, if I have to hear him say, well, guys, I finally get a real day off on Christmas, or whatever the fuck he's gonna say. If I have to hear that song and dance again after he's been taking 2 days off, oh my God, oh my Lord.
Do all the shit I have to do, the grocery shopping, the running of errands, going to doctor's appointments and things like that.
Doctor's appointments? Why are you going to doctor's appointments? Why are you bringing that up, Phil? Why are you bringing up doctor's appointments? Do you need a doctor's appointment? Why is he bringing that up? Soon.
Out-of-town doctor appointments suck. Fine. That sucks, Jay Bowler. I do hope that you do get back home soon. Out-of-town doctor appointments suck.
Okay, he's done with someone else's doctor's appointment. The worst day ever! Oh my God, what the fuck?
In my area at all. 0. No doctor appointments available. None.
Oh, I think this is about his ears. the ear saga.
Not even like if you want to drive far, just none. There are no appointments. The earliest appointment they could give me was Friday. All right, which by the way, if I ignore my ear till Friday, my ear will be, I won't be able to work. Okay, I won't be able to live.
I won't be able to live. Why are you talking about your ears? Why are you talking about your medical appointment? Huh?
day where I had doctor appointments, and yesterday was my day off. The good news is yesterday I got a lot done. I had a lot of stuff to do. Like I told you guys, it was a big day where I had doctor appointments and
Doctor appointments? What? Why is he sharing that with us? Why is he telling us about doctor's appointments? I know there's like a podcast or a pre-stream or somewhere where he has said when Kat moved in that they had to like update her prescriptions or whatever the fuck. Like that happened. That happened. He told us that. He told us that. I really do remember that. Uh and it's like, dude, you are shitting on Wings for this when you have done it even as recently as this year. Get the fuck out of here. He even told people in DMs about it. Whatever.
publicly to my streaming audience. But apparently, this guy overshares everything. He's told his audience all of this stuff. Okay,
And
like
again, what is the context? Like, he's saying he's off his meds. Like, I think he said on his little podcast, isn't it funny, isn't it hilarious that it's not oversharing or bad or whatever when whatever the fuck that was on his little interview with the Wings where they talked about diets and the medication he's on, because he said he was on like Lexapro, I think, or whatever the fuck, whatever, it's something like antidepressant, whatever. And it's like, okay, I mean, but that he might do, but that might be something he's willing to share. And again, saying he's on or off these medications, it's like, what does that generally mean for Wings? It's not like Wings is gonna like do something crazy. I mean, I don't think he's like, there. I mean, it's a whole can of worms, right? Like, and if people are gonna be willing to dog on Wings for that, that's like, you could argue that is kind of fucked up. Like that's like half the reason why I'm upset at this segment. But it's like this is more upset because it's more irrelevant. Like if people are commenting on a video where they talk about that's one thing, but like it's all situational. Like feel however you want about it, I guess. Like it is what it is. But it's like if he's willing to share that, he's willing to share that. Like I've seen a lot of people even talk about that even on their own, like just to like vent about how they feel kind of conflicted about taking these medications. Sometimes they may just simply say it because it's like they want to like have it be known that yeah, I should be taking these medications, but it's like it's hard to take them sometimes because of the side effects you get from them or whatever. There's all these like all this baggage around it, and sometimes people just do that just to get support from other people that may go through the same thing. Like there is like a danger in like oversharing. Like I do think that is a danger, but that is like that's just kind of the nature of it. Like that's why it's like I would say people should be a little bit more like careful how they share this information. Like find someone else to confide in, I guess, like whatever. Like it's more like you need to really find someone that you can trust, and it's kind of hard online. Like it's not easy to do that as well. Like there's all these things, but I mean Wings just did that on his stream. Like it's I don't think it's like a terrible thing for Wings just to say that offhandedly. Like it's not a big deal. Like you know
like they know everything about him. They know about all of his situations and all of this. Okay,
like these things become a problem when it comes like, guys, I need money to support my medical bills, and then like he gets like $1,000, and he's like, all right, I bought the iPhone 18 Pro Max, guys, look at this. It's like, huh, wait, what? Like that's when that becomes a problem.
so he publicly tells his audience on stream, I've been off my meds for weeks because people have been, I guess, asking his behavior. He's been going on these like
Again, he is hiding behind other people, but this has nothing to do with him not responding to his DMs. It is generally insane. He is bringing this up when it has nothing to do with that.
these rants on his stream about
And
all
again, honestly, if I were Wings, because this is not the first time where DSP openly ignored what Wings said on the fucking interview, by the way. If I was Wings, I saw that multiple times DSP has openly either ignored or lied about what I said in that interview, I would not go on his show again. This dude didn't even listen to anything he said. Like, oh my god, what was it? Oh my god, I did talk about it in a video. I know I did, but like, oh my god, I'm spacing on the example. But he said something in the interview, and the day after he was like, I don't know, it's weird, man. And it's like, he told you to your face, and this dude, it just didn't care. He was just, he doesn't listen to anybody. Like, this dude does not care about anyone but himself.
kinds of stuff, political stuff and stuff. And I guess people have been questioning, why are you doing this? You
If his audience in the current year is asking Wings, why is he doing politics and doing all this stuff, they must be tourists. Because as far as from I'm to understand, he has talked about this stuff multiple times in the past. Like, there's a clip about the age of consent thing. That was like something he brought up during a stream. He has talked about numerous topics in his own fucking content before. If his chat's like, why are you talking about this? Then they're fucking tourists. I don't know what to tell you. Come on.
usually don't do this. You know, we tune into your streams to watch you play the game. We want to see you play Rainbow. We want to see you play Call of Duty.
And this dude is like kind of putting Wings in a box. When this guy, I just want to highlight that DSP is like, oh my god, I'm so thankful. I'm not a a one trick pony. I'm a variety streamer. What? And then he also says that people should copy him and be variety streamers themselves. What if Wings is trying to be a variety streamer? So DSP is saying, no, you should go back in a little box, piggy. Go back and just play video games. Go back and play Call of Duty. And then, but this dude fucking concern trolled him playing Call of Duty. Oh my god, Wiggs is sitting there and says he doesn't want to play Call of Duty. Wiggs, you should play other games. No, I remember, holy shit. It was a depression game. Oh my god. Dude, Wings tells him that the depression game of Dark Souls was just so he could get his mind off his depression and to occupy his brain by playing a game he's like that he has to like pay attention to and all this other shit. Like, it was a game to get his mind off of it. That's what he told him. And DSP is like, I don't know why he plays a game that makes him sad and depressed. And it's like, he told you why he played it. He told you to your face. And he outwardly just blatantly ignored and didn't listen. So why the fuck would Wings care about what he has to say? Right? And this dude is sitting there, and is like, dude, I don't know why he's all playing Call of Duty. I thought you said he shouldn't play games that he hates, right? And now he's like, he should go back to playing the games he said he hates. So he can continue the cycle of violence? Get the fuck out of here. This is so manipulative. All because he didn't respond to his dumb fuck DMs. How self-important do you have to be?
We want to see you play Battlefield. Why are you going on these rants about politics and stuff? And then I guess he revealed to his stream,
wiggle your ear, bitch.
well, it's because I haven't been on my meds recently, so.
Oh my god, dude, I can't take this dude seriously. I can't. I can't imagine that's what Wink said. I just can't imagine. I'm gonna go to a Lumix video. Because that's ESP's favorite YouTuber. His favorite YouTuber, Lumix. And I'm gonna see if he talked about it. Wings says Wings Redemption has built as fluid buildup in his fingers. AI is a fad. He thinks AI is a fad, guys. Why is he talking about this? Been off his meds for weeks. It's showing. Oh, wow. Well, you know, he did talk about
Why are you
it.
guys so obsessed with comics?
Alright, let's, okay, there's, like, no audio. I don't know if that's, like, an issue.
Here's a bad match, good match.
Oh, here we go.
Like what's taking my KD down is battle royale, because like sometimes you get those matches where you take 2 early deaths and get out. But generally, if I get into the match, the thing has really fucked my defeats up. Like I bathe, motherfuckers. It's not that hard. You hop in the shower. You put some soap under here. Put some soap under here. You put them under your titties right here. You wash. Oh, the police are coming now. I've actually stopped taking them. I haven't been on my medication for.
Unreal. If this is the video that DSP watched, this had, oh my god, dude, he just answered, he just said it out, like, out of nowhere. Maybe
3 weeks now. I don't want to get on my anti-cop shit tonight because, like, I'm at a weird place with cops. And hey, Tim, for that performance, thank you, Steaky Leg.
dude, literally nothing there happened. He just outwardly said, yeah, I stopped taking my meds. I don't want to talk about cops tonight. Like, that's basically it. Where did he say, guys, I'm talking about politics because I'm off my meds? Where does that, look how disingenuous and, like, uncharitable this is. This is shit. This is the exact shit he blames detractors for doing. Like, he is inventing actual narratives against the Wings more than anyone else. What is your problem, dude?
We want to see you play Call of Duty. We want to see you play Battlefield. Why are you going on these rants about?
And again, this is a fucking clip channel. I don't know where this is in the original stream. This could be, for all I know, at the end of the stream.
Legs, more effort to become a hairdresser than in society today because that we're able to pick up the phone and call.
But whatever. But he still has talked about numerous topics in the past. Like, numerous topics. It's not like that, oh my god, what the fuck? Wings is talking about AI? I've never seen Wings do this before. Like, are you fucking brain dead? And then this dude is saying that, oh, well, he's doing it because he's off his meds. That isn't even what happened. This dude is, like, slandering the fuck out of him. We should sue him. He should sue him for defamation. Or slander, whatever it is, right?
It's about politics and stuff. And then I guess he revealed to his stream, well, it's because I haven't been on my meds recently, so.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Unless it's another video. Is there another video? Maybe only hardcore Wings haters know this clip. But is that another video? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, why am I talking about politics? I'm off my meds. Because, again, this clip that literally even has the little thing of this literally is him just saying it offhandedly. Nowhere in the video did he say, oh, why am I talking? Because I'm off my meds. He just said I stopped taking the same way that he talked about taking a shower. Like, come on.
So I'm acting differently. And he even he picked up the pill bottle and shook it for everyone to show that it's full of pills he's not taking. Okay?
Okay. I'm just gonna go a little bit before that.
Why are you guys so obsessed with comics?
Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit before.
The big gap. Understand my motherfucker got the subterfuge in my plan. Oh.
Okay. Sorry I had to put you through that.
Oh, the police are coming now.
Alright.
I've actually stopped taking them. I haven't been on my medication for 3 weeks now.
Nothing DSP described happened. It didn't even transpire. This didn't happen. Is there another, like, video? Let's see. Carlitos. Let's see. The pigs come out. Let's see. Maybe it was this video. Because it says, oh, maybe he's just combining videos. Maybe that's what's going on. Yeah, I don't see anything about him like not taking meds because of anything. So what he said is complete nonsense and not true. He is spreading lies about another YouTube creator. He should be banned. Blech.
Okay. So you might say, well, I don't understand. Why would Wings of Redemption have been on your show in late October and not had any problem with it and showed up and he was a great guest? And then when you tried to reschedule him for another appearance, now he won't be on your show anymore.
I want everyone to remember the chain of events, right? He tried to rush Asmongold to be on his show. Then he bumped Wings to get Asmongold on. Now, I want everyone to think, what if that happened to Phil? Let's say Wings was gonna have Phil on his show the roles were reversed. Phil was gonna be on Wings' show. But Wings wants Asmongold now because Asmongold made fun of Wings or whatever. So Asmongold goes, I want Asmon to talk to me. And then then Wings bumps DSP out and replaces him with Asmongold. Do you think DSP is gonna be like, that's cool, man? Yeah! Fuck no. You promised this date. We reserved this date. I hyped it up. I promised this date, and now it's not happening because you want to go with the big dogs. That's fucked up, Wings. But no, since DSP got the bump, he can bump Wings, and Wings has to go by his schedule. I mean, to be fair, Wings did say it was okay, which is, whatever. But he doesn't understand doing that also welcomes the idea that maybe he may change his mind. Again, this isn't the first time Wings has backed out from doing anything with DSP. DSP acting as if this is a new thing is kind of funny.
I mean, I guess put 2 and 2 together. Sounds to me like this guy, he's
See, this dude is so like desperate to find something to blame. Even though he told us in the past, I don't like to play the blame game. This is playing the blame game. Because he can't just accept that maybe just Wings lost interest. Like, not everything needs a robust answer. And instead of just accepting that he just didn't care enough, he's like, there had to be a reason. It can't just be he didn't care. His medication. Let's bring that up. Very cool, dude.
He's not sleeping well. He's off his meds.
How do you know his sleep schedule, Mr. He was in Wings' chat at 3 in the morning. Get out of here.
He's not in a right way. I'm not.
He's not in a right way. How do you know? Because he's on medication? This dude is like, he's like the worst person to open up to. Like, imagine if you confide in this guy. He'd air your personal shit to the world for the world, and make it you seem like you're at like wit's end. Like you'd be like, yeah, man, like I'm a little stressed right now. Like I have to do this, but I have to go to work, and then this is gonna be crazy. Like it's like, oh my god, this guy's going insane. He is like, gonna lose it. He's gonna do this, and then oh my god, he's gonna go to work and he's gonna be like freaking out. I don't know how he's gonna go to work. He's freaking out, and it's like, holy shit, dude. Like calm down. Like, yeah, of course, anyone could think that if like he's off like his antidepressant medication or whatever, but like, all these things are all personal stuff that you don't know how it's gonna react, and like, it's again, I don't like if anyone were to say this, I wouldn't like think much of it because I just don't want to think about. I may say like you know, I can understand where these people are coming from and try to empathize with them, but it's like I don't want to like sit there and start like going off the deep end and thinking what's gonna happen if he doesn't do the medic? Is he gonna do this? Is he gonna do that? Because it's like it's not conducive or helpful, and it's like you don't know. Like it's more better to just try to like give the person support. This isn't like if DC wants to support Wings and help him out, this isn't helping him out. If anything, this is just is contributing to a problem to Wings, and this is like whatever. But it's so like annoying that this is all because Wings didn't send him a DM. He's going off these conspiracy theories about his well-being as if he gives a fuck. He doesn't care. You think this guy cares? No, he doesn't. He doesn't give a shit about it.
I'm not trying to make excuses for him at all.
Then why bring it up? Then why else bring it up?
But I think you got to put 2 and 2 together here. Like, he was on his meds the last time that he was on the show. So he was well adjusted and balanced and everything was fine. And now he's off his meds and now he doesn't want to be on the show.
But this is okay.
Kind of a correlation. Maybe not. But
by the way, this guy has told people during the Asmon bump, literally, if you can't accept that I'm successful, go get help, get medicated. Like, dude, this guy does not give a fuck about mental health. He downplays everything else. Like, if you tell this dude, oh, I have an anxiety attack or a panic attack, he's gonna make fun of you. Because he's a boomer. He doesn't, like, understand anything. Like, I mean, come on. Come on. And I'm not saying that, like, you know, everyone needs to stop what they're doing about a panic attack or an anxiety attack, but for the person that gets it, it's a big deal for them. I don't think it's like, good or positive to go to a person that's going through shit and be like, that's nothing. You're a little bitch. Like, that's not, like, a real, like, positive thing to do. Like, you don't have to suck their dick about it, but, like, you don't have to, like, fucking, like, belittle them. Like, right? I mean, nothing, like, come on. And this dude is sitting there, like, it's so annoying. This dude is, like, the worst kind of person at times.
I don't know because he doesn't talk to me. This has been an open door policy
Talk
for
to
him
me,
to come on the
Wings.
show this week. He has not responded whatsoever.
It's an open door policy for Kat, and she's not. Okay, so get this, guys. Kat was on his stream 3 times. And then suddenly, when she stopped showing up, she started to feel bad. And she was feeling fucked up. Maybe she was off her meds. I'm not making excuses. I'm just going off of DSP's logic of put 2 and 2 together. Right? Correct? Is that a cool thing to do, Phil? Is that cool? Is that positive? Is this a positive thing to say? Or is this fucked up?
For all week. So I assume that means he doesn't want to be on the show, and that's that. So
that's all he had to say. The stuff in between that didn't need to happen. He could just say he just doesn't want to be on it. That's that. That's all he had to say.
Maybe I'll hit him up again at some point and be like, hey, is anything...
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he hit him up again that night. Now, listen to this.
Change? Are things better? Do you want...
Did anything change? Is anything better? You read his chat posts and it's like, are you gonna be on? Enough excuses! Now, okay. Okay, now that I said that out loud, let's analyze this. Let's be mean. Let's be uncharitable as fuck about this, right? He brings up that Wings wasn't on his medication and he wasn't making excuses for him, but he's doing all this stuff. He's concentrating the fuck out of his medication and his well-being. To then go up to him in his own chat, and say enough with the excuses. What a cool guy! Guys, is that a nice guy or what? That's what nice people do, right? They bring up something that you don't think is an excuse and say it's a valid thing to bring up or whatever the fuck. To then say no more excuses. This, as I said, this motherfucker piece of shit does not care. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck about if Wings was depressed, if he's on his meds, if he isn't, how his sleeping schedule, his diet. He doesn't care. He only cares about pretending to care. This dude is so fake. Just as much as he's only nice to get something out of you. It's never about the favor he's doing. It's just that he thinks he's doing you a favor. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Do you want to be on the show? But I'm not going to sit here, and I'm
You're
not
gonna
going
sit
to
here?
hound him or harass him.
Yeah, because he is. I'm not gonna harass him. Again, he is saying this because a camera is on. The moment a camera's on, he's a fucking bitch. But when he's in someone else's chat, when the camera is off, he lets it flow. No more excuses. Why the fuck are you responding? Respond to my DMs right now. I'm trying to give you money, bitch. Tough guy in chat. Bitch on camera. Cool.
I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to do that, right? Now, there are idiotic trolls in my chat saying, why are you talking about this publicly? This is private stuff. He talked about it on his own stream.
Yeah, but that's his own choice. But also, at this point, people should start, like, flipping it a little bit. And instead of saying that, just say, why are you weaponizing the medication? Why are you weaponizing what he says on stream? He brought up that he's on medication, presumably because he trusts his chat with that information. And DSP is using it against him. Like, you don't think maybe he brought it up because he's just saying, like, yeah, I'm off it, like, that's it. And he's using it as a way to, like, explain why he didn't respond to him, and in a way, weaponizing it. What about that?
And this is the point I'm making about him. He overshares way too much. I said that to him.
You overshare too, bitch. What about the doctor appointments you went? Like, dude, literally, 2016, 2022. Oh my god, it's... Yeah, 2024. 2024. Oh, there's one with Cat. Oh, let's watch this. Yes.
Was to a doctor appointment that was like an hour. And we haven't driven on the highway since you moved here. Not once, right? We haven't had to.
I don't think so.
Because everything is so close. I mean, the furthest we drove, I think, was to a doctor appointment that was like an hour away. And that's like the furthest out we've gone.
It's funny. He says it's an hour away, but he bitches about that hour so much. This might be the game, but I don't know if there's a doctor's appointment, like, line.
What it is. But I did get my doctor appointment. Colon, reduced hearing.
Oh, okay, this is about his ears. His special ears. Let's see. I'm gonna try to not find 2020 because we all know what it's about. Okay, what about this?
My mom had to go to a doctor appointment today. Parents were saying they're getting ice right now. When I talked to them earlier today, incidentally, they're like, yeah, we're in the middle of an annoying ice storm that's on and off. And, my mom had to go to a doctor appointment.
Why are you oversharing? Why are you sharing that your mom is having a doctor's appointment, Phil? I'm very concerned. You're oversharing, Philip. And he also told that to PPP about how she has medical conditions. Same with Kat, but he did say he was lying. So is that better? What if Wings is lying? What if in the pill bottle it was Tic Tacs? Like, this dude, man, it's just nasty work.
On the appearance in October, I said, dude, you have this tendency to get baited by your trolls who you think are your friends.
He gets baited too. What do you think? What do you think it means when he says, "I only talk about this because you ask about it"? Isn't that being baited by your trolls, dumb fuck? Yes! Yes! Yes, it is!
Friends, and they're not. Even some of your moderators are trolls. And they bait you into saying and doing things, and then you just say that you overshare. It's too much. And he goes, well, I'm trying to be entertaining. No one's entertained but his trolls when he
This is bullshit. Because the context of this, he asked him that directly when it came to, Wiggs, why did you think that, Cat left me, and why do you think you could beat me up in a fight? And then he said, well, I did to entertain. Like, that, he answered why does he take the bait when it comes to that, is to be entertaining. Which is a very generic answer. And this dude is sitting there and is like, yeah, he takes the bait to be entertaining. He overshares to be entertaining. That's not what he fucking said. He misrepresents what he said because, again, he didn't listen to him. He only wanted Wings there so that he could do 3 things. Talk about the boxing and the divorce thing. Well, I guess a few things. To concern troll the fuck out of him. And to get him to be against Lolcow Live so we can, like, get a win from that. And none of these things happened. Like, it was such a vanity project on DSP's part. It was insane. All these interviews are vanity projects. That's all they are. They're not interesting at all. You go to the Asmongold interview, a lot of it was just about begging and, like, whatever. And then, like, the last 30 minutes, Phil, what do you want to ask me, Phil? What do you think of video games? AAA bad, clear obscure good. Wow! Meaningful!
when he says that he's off his meds. No one. There's no one that needs to know that. Like, literally, he should have never said that to anyone on the internet. No one should know he's on meds, and no one should know he's off his meds. All right? But now that it's already public knowledge, that would be one of the reasons I would guess why he's having an issue being on my show now. He did it in October, said it was a great time, says he likes talking with me, wants to come back on. He just can't get himself back on because he's all messed up.
He's all messed up.
Right?
Again, he says this like he fucking cares. Oh, he's so messed up. Poor guy, man. Poor little baby. Goes in the chat. Talk to me, bitch. Why are you talking to me? Asshole. Stop excuses. So fucking fake. So two-faced. He acts on stream, I'm a nice guy. I'm such a nice guy. In chat, talk to me, bitch. Why are you responding to my DMs? The most neediest little bitch. And then he has the gall to act as if he's such a nice guy. A nice little piggy. And then he sits there and he's like, guys, he's going through some stuff, guys, okay? Wayne's got demons. And then in chat, bitch, talk to me. What a cool guy. What a cool guy.
Right?
Right?
So it's very simple. That's it. That's all I have to say about it. Listen, if he changes his attitude about it and he wants to be on the show, it's an open door policy. He can come on the show whenever he wants. I just need him to arrange it ahead of time so he can say, okay, he's coming on this date. Let's set it up. I haven't heard from the guy. All right? And that's where I'm going to leave it.
And he's only saying this because he said in Wings' chat that he deserves an answer. And to an extent, I guess he may have said, but he always, leverages his audience. They deserve to know. I deserve an answer. You don't deserve shit, bitch. Like, if you're telling someone you deserve something when it's, something like this, fuck off. Fuck off, man.
And I'll be honest with you guys. There's no point in me talking about it any further. The ball is in his court. 100%. I'm cool with having him on the show. I actually really liked having him on the show last time, but it's his choice. Okay? So if you want to know, hey, is Wings going to be on the show? You're talking to the wrong guy. Go over to Wings and ask him. He's the one who makes the choice, not me. Okay?
Okay? Now, I remember a time when a streamer would do that to him and he would say that's fucked up and wrong. But now he's doing it to his audience because he doesn't give a fuck. Then, oh my god, is that the trolling? he was like, Wings, I don't want any trolling. Respond or I'm gonna send my dents at you. Yeah, I'm sure he's scared. He's scared of Duncan. Duncan's gonna show up. Wings, show up. Respond to Phil.
Enough?
And he's gonna say, I don't negotiate with dragons.
What's up, Dreambird? How you doing, man?
Alright, I think that's it for that. I'm not gonna do anything else, but let's just go to his little channel. His little gamer channel. He got a new mic, by the way, and the mic is whatever. He can now do little cartoon voices. Isn't that cool? So yeah, we got this. So okay, I'm gonna highlight something. Notice how Arc Raiders and Megabonk feature the title DSP Plays It. It's only those playthroughs. You go to Pokemon, where's DSP Plays It? Let's go to Mario. Where's DSP Plays It? Why is DSP Plays It only for Megabonk and Arc Raiders, the two Asmongold videos? Now, if you go to the live, let's go to live, right? You'll also notice he has completely stopped featuring DSP Gaming in the title. That is completely gone. Remember when he used to be like, guys, I didn't add DSP I didn't add DSP Gaming. Guys, shut up, man. Yeah. And then he added it, it was so funny. And then you look here, there's no DSP Gaming. He completely dropped the idea. But he's trying his own little algorithm game with DSP Plays It with these games because these are games that I think he thinks are gonna do real numbers because of the Yasmin crowd. He wants the Yasmin crowd to watch this, and if he has DSP Plays It, these are gonna boost in the algorithm, and maybe he can adopt DSP Plays It moving forward. But look at the views. It ain't happening, Chief. It's not happening. DSP Plays It, not gonna take off, King. And that's what I think is going on. I think he's trying to do a last-ditch hurrah, but it's not gonna go anywhere. Oh my god, look at this fucking thumbnail. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. This is a fun little tangent. I do feel like I feel like I keep like leaving stuff out in some of these videos, but it is what it is. You can't, it is what it is. Hopefully we'll have more fun vids in the future. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hold on, let's see if I get the fucking soundboard to work. Let's see.
He'll never change.
There we go. There we go, gang. See ya in the next one. Bye.